welcome. I'm Yvette Ohm,
And I'm Jennifer Schelter.
and we have a fabulous guest today. Her name is Cara Bradley.
So today's conversation is very spontaneous, and we're back on the topic of living your dreams and talking about your dreams. And Cara is the perfect guest, Cara Bradley, who is a wife, a mother, a business owner, a author. She's the author of her new book on the Verge, which just came out.
And An amazing book, by the way, Cara. I really enjoyed it.
Thanks.
Yeah. And my daughter, Michelle, is actually reading it.
Awesome.
So we have a few people that have written to us and have talked about, stress, the idea when you're starting something up. There are such extreme highs and lows, and anxiety can just creep in and take over at moments where you get to a point where you actually feel like you can't breathe. So I thought it would be wonderful. We thought it would be awesome if you could share one of your primer practices to take us through. In this book, how many do you have in here?
There are 10 primer practices.
And they don't take long.
No.
And you don't have to be a yogi to do them, right? Yeah. So perhaps in this moment, if you're ready, you could take Jennifer and I through one of your primer practices. And how would this help anxiety?
I'll give you a little background just quickly. The primer practices are really primer, meaning before a long meditation. Before you even think about practicing meditation, you can use these. So primer, like our primer book. And primer also meaning that they bring us to our prime state of being, which is just being present, which is really what the book is about. It's just like
saying that. It's
just saying that, right?
Like right now.
Like right now.
Just being present here with you both. Just feels amazing. We need to do this on a Saturday night with some wine. Was that your suggestion?
Yeah, wine helps.
Yeah. That's the best meditation ever.
So what the primer practices can help you do in any time of the day, especially this first one we're going to do, Stop, Take 5 experience, is to help you interrupt your busyness or interrupt doubt, like we were talking about. Interrupt fear or maybe a cycle of judgment. It can help you interrupt your busy mind, which is usually the obstacle that we meet up against that stops and holds us back from being creative in any way. So Stop, Take 5, experience this moment right now. Okay, so it's really simple. Okay. So if you can, place both feet to the floor, and I will do that as well. We'll get cozy together.
Okay.
And just close your eyes. So we're stopping, we're pausing. We're going to take 5 deep breaths, and I'll just guide you through this one. So take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now just keep a light attention on your natural breathing. And start to notice what's happening in this moment. What are you experiencing? What are you sensing? You don't even have to put it to words. You can just bring your awareness there. Do you hear something? Smell, feel, taste. Even see, once you open your eyes, what is happening in this moment? Just by placing our attention in this way, it brings us into the present moment right away, immediately. Now you can open your eyes and just notice. So, how do you feel?
Grateful.
Grateful.
Relaxed.
Relaxed. So the state of presence.
We're like, hey, man.
Yeah, like I got really loopy all of a sudden.
Man,
Well,
thank you.
and this is the funny thing.
It's
I'm so
actually
glad you
so
said that, because when I teach this to people, especially like teenagers, they're like, I'm so relaxed, or I'm so tired. It's like, wait, we don't know what it feels like to not be jacked up.
It's true.
And so, jacked up meaning like stressed or thinking or projecting. So when we pause, we think it's being tired. But like I often say to people, this is how your cat feels right now. Your cat's just like chill and present.
And that doesn't mean you get stupid.
No.
In actuality,
chill and present.
Oh, but I mean, it's not like you're checking out, actually, is it? Because as relaxed as I began, I'm still, it's like I've entered a zone where I'm really here. You know what I mean? I'm feeling what it's like to really be here. And that's I guess, everything else kind of falls away. And then you're really in that moment. Is that what you write about in your book?
Yeah, I mean, that's the book. When we show up in this moment, on the verge, in this moment, with whatever's arising. It could be good, bad, ugly, pretty, comfortable, uncomfortable, familiar, unfamiliar. It doesn't matter what it is, but when we're able to fully be available for this moment, we shine. We do everything better. Everything. The conversations are deeper, the connections are stronger, the creative juices flow with more gusto. Everything we do better. So we're so busy thinking about how to do, why to do, should we do, we want to do, that we forget to just be. And when we be, we're better.
Do you think, I completely agree with you, do you think, I feel like with this type of work, it's a great complement to, for instance, Brené Brown's work, or any of the work that's being done to say perfectionism is the death of us, that ultimately we're living in a culture that is obsessed with how we look, which is not a bad thing. However,
Yes, that's right.
the experience of saying this is how it really is for me is a new conversation. On the whole, we're just beginning as a culture to learn how to say, this is my experience.
Mm-mm.
And what I love about your book is you're championing the process of saying, this is who I am in the moment. You're not saying, be perfect or have the perfect life, which is very different. You're saying, be present to what is happening right now.
Mm.
Because at every moment, there's a new unfolding, right?
There's a new you, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the best version of you is the version that's present right now.
I love that. The best version of you is the version that's present
right now.
I just made that up.
I love that.
See,
Right.
I just made that up, right? So here's a good example. I made that up. It just came through me because I'm just hanging with you two, and I feel so present and available. So what happens is this intelligence that we all have, and we're brilliant, by the way. You are brilliant. As a human being, you are brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to get out of our own way. And then the brilliance has a space to come through.
And then the anxiety doesn't have as much power anymore,
Yeah,
right?
it
Because
doesn't
we're
have as much
operating from
power.
that creative juice, right? And it just, it becomes like, okay, just another recorded thing going on in my head, a little naysayer, but ultimately the present moment brings on that beautiful creative self in the moment. It's beautiful. On the Verge, I'm going to bring the little beautiful picture up here to show you again.
Well, I'm curious, what about being in the present moment? What is your dream for your message in the world?
My why. I call it my why.
Mm-hmm.
Because the why isn't driven by fame.
Mm-hmm.
And the why isn't driven by money. It really doesn't interest me. The why is driven by what I see. I see potential in everybody.
Mm-hmm.
even if they don't see it, as a yoga teacher, I look out at the crowd of students and I see this incredible potential. And I just want to go and whisper in everybody's ear.
You're brilliant.
You're brilliant. You're brilliant. Just start experiencing your life right now. Start to trust that you're brilliant. My God, could you imagine if we all trusted our human brilliance, what we would manifest in this world? I mean, that's what drives me.
That's amazing.
That's
That is
very,
amazing.
that's congruent to what sort of Emersonian, it's an Emersonian and Thoreau and Walt Whitman and all the founding fathers had in store for us. That was their dream. It's so wonderful that you're carrying that forward.
Wow, that's a heavy load to carry.
No, but it's true. It's what they were saying was trust yourself, believe in yourself, your own brilliance, and that's what your meditation and your yoga and everything that you do for others. That's what you give. You give off.
It says
So thank
here,
you.
wake up, show up, and shine. Right? Talk about brilliance, and you, my dear, are brilliant.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for
Thank you,
coming
friends.
here and sharing.
Thank you all.
And I'm also curious for our our viewers who, if you can leave a comment about what Cara shared with you, what we've learned today. I'm also curious, how do these practices help you? And Yvette and I we always want to hear from you as to how this is working, because we're in this together.
Absolutely.
Can I say one more thing?
Yes.
Yeah, the primer practice that we did together is on my free app.
Yay.
On the Verge, on the App Store. There's all the audio practices and a couple of video practices. So it's on the App Store right now, and it's coming on Android like tomorrow.
And where can people find you if they want to, ask you about what your work or go on a retreat or do something with you?
Yeah, so my website is carabradley.net. So it's .net, not .com, and it's Cara with a C. And Facebook, Cara Bradley. So join me and play with us all together.
This is a real treat. You are our first official guest, first of all. And,
Yay!
And thank you all for sharing this moment with us and sharing about Cara's dream.
Well, thank you.
Right.
I want to say thank you from all them. I want to say thank you to both of you for
We're all just
sitting on the couch and being real. Thank you.
I'd say that's pretty brilliant.
I think so too.
We'll look forward to connecting with you next week. Yes?
Yes. Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Happy Independence Day.
Thank you.